Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at this larger vehicle. So this is the Imperial Shuttle from Return of the Jedi. And it's sealed in this SAGA box. So this vehicle came out back in the vintage era. And it has been released several times. I do think this was the first modern version. So let's see here. This is more or less exactly like the vintage one. It's a little bit more weathered, and they might have upgraded some details, but yeah. That's about it. But since this one is sealed, I might as well reveal the vintage one. So this is how it looked back in the 80s. And it's a real beauty. Quite large. You can see by my hand, it's really huge. And it does have cannons here that can be moved, and you have these cannons. I think this hatch here has some sun damage, but I put two modern Imperial soldiers here from the Power of the Jedi line. And it also have, let's see if I can open it. You have the ramp here, so the Emperor can exit. Let's see if I can. There. And let's see if I can fold the ramp up so we can move this around a little. I'm gonna attach the hatch here. So, and like all vintage vehicles, it does have some sound. I don't have any batteries in here right now, but it's the normal vintage sound with just an engine, going. This is the button, and we have more cannons. And these back struts are foldable, so you can put them in. And this one, it's stationary, but it has a button here, so you can fold down the wings. Let's see if I can try and do it. The wings are the things that break first here. There. And by doing so, you get access to the inner hatch. So if you remove this, oh, here we have a vintage Royal Guard with a modern blaster and a Power of the Force 2 Emperor. But let's see if we can get some light in here. Yeah, it's not much in there, but you can exit the ship and let's see. We have some pegs for figures there and a small staircase, but nothing major. So you can have the Emperor standing here. Not enough room for many guards, but yeah, at least he can travel the universe like all the other characters. And let's try and fold these wings up. There. So that's the vintage Imperial Shuttle Tyderium. Really cool vehicle. And yeah, it was one of those vehicles that very few of us owned back in the day. I do remember one guy who had this one, and his parents put it on top of a really high bookshelf, so he could look at it, but he was never allowed to play with it because it was so expensive. And yeah, I remember seeing it on that bookshelf and wondering if that family was okay. Otherwise, you often heard kids saying, "Oh, I got the Imperial Shuttle and the AT-AT and the Millennium Falcon and blah blah blah," just to impress us, but we never saw those vehicles. But as you can see, this one is for real, and it's a real beauty. And that's about it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more. But until then, bye bye.